Hello and welcome to Die Rollin. You can
I'm
I'm your host here, Adam.
Jamie.
And I'm Will.
Yay!
You got that right. So due to social distancing, we've not really been able to do many reviews recently. You might have noticed on the channel, it's basically been me just unboxing and playing on myself. Pardon the French. So we are going to be playing a game called Shot in the Dark, which is probably in reverse. And this is a game which is the ultimate unorthodox quiz. Now, do you guys know anything about this game?
No, absolutely nothing.
No idea.
Perfect. Great way to come in. Basically, this is like a trivia game, but all the questions are just ridiculously hard, or really random questions. There's no way you would know the answer to this. It's the ultimate quiz leveler. So even if you had someone who's really, wins at every quiz night you guys have, this is going to stump them, and you can be on the same kind of page as them, which is good for tonight because I imagine Will's got a decent amount of knowledge, but Jamie, he's a worldly man. He knows quite a bit. So this will be good. So Will might have a chance tonight. We're going to do a couple of cards on this. Sorry?
No Googling, Will.
Oh, it's on my second screen. It's all ready.
Excellent. So we're going to go through probably 3 or 4 of these cards, and we're going to see who's the winner at the end.
Mm-hmm.
How confident are you guys feeling? Will?
Not that great. Not confident. I have been doing a few quizzes though, a few virtual quizzes with people, so maybe that will have helped a bit. I don't know how well it will go. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, so we're going to have 20 questions here.
Okay.
Hold on to that because then you'll read the answers.
Yeah.
But to give you an idea of what these cards look like, you get a ton of these cards in the box.
Mm-hmm.
We will send a review copy from the Shot in the Dark guys. So I'm just going to give you an example of one of these. There's 5 questions in each of these. I'll give you an example of one. So what percentage of births result in twins?
4%.
4%?
Yeah.
Well,
Let's say let's go a bit higher. Let's say 8%. Let's double it. Let's go a bit higher.
I'm amazed because Jamie, it was 3%.
Is it 3? Oh.
That was just a warm-up question to give you an idea of, yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't part of the 20. Okay, so it doesn't count.
No.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to keep a running total here to see who is currently winning. So 20 questions, and you'll both get an option to answer. It's not like one person's taking the lead here.
Yeah.
So let's go for it. So, Will, are you ready to play Shot in the Dark?
I'm ready. Let's take a shot in the dark.
Jamie, are you ready to play Shot in the Dark?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Do you need to put your Panthers hat on, or does that
Yeah,
need to stay
it's
off?
coming back on. It's my lucky hat. Okay.
Especially because like the colours on the front kind of match Will's top.
It's
It's
true.
because he's a secret Panthers fan.
Yeah, that's it.
There we go. And just to remind you, Will, to try and keep your voice down in case your mum can hear you because you're obviously in her basement right now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Trapped
Okay.
away.
Here we go. Shot in the Dark. First card. How long was the longest prison sentence ever handed out? How long was the longest prison sentence ever handed out?
680 years.
680 years.
Yeah.
I think it's like 6-7 lifetimes, so about 700, like 680 years. Let's say 680 years.
What did you say, Jamie?
680 years.
You can't both have the same answer.
Why?
Go 681 or 600.
Sure, I'll go 681.
So it was 101,000. No, 141,078. What's that? 141,078.
Okay.
Yeah. Nowhere close.
No.
And that one, Will. Even though you stole my
Yeah.
It was given to Mrs. Chamoy Thepasso, who was defrauded. He defrauded 16,000 people out of a total of $204 million. She was released from prison after serving 8 years.
Oh.
So crime does pay.
Yeah.
Okay, football question. Will,
Yeah.
here we go. At the end of the 2018-2019 season, in total, how many goals have Manchester United scored in all competitive league games in their entire history?
So up to that season, okay. Well, conveniently, I don't support them, so that helps a lot. So let's say, that. Let's say 540 goals.
540 goals.
Yeah.
Okay. Jamie.
Is that in their lifetime as a club?
So in total, how many goals have they scored up to that point in their entire history?
I'm gonna go 750, but I think that's gonna be too low anyway.
Okay. It was 8,091.
Wow.
That's quite a few.
Will, you won the first round, right?
Yeah, by one.
Okay, cool. Third question. Which country has the highest proportion of atheists? Which country has the highest proportion of atheists? Jamie, you start this one off.
I'm gonna go with Sweden.
Sweden? Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. How about you, Will?
I'm gonna say Norway, because I know a few people that have been to Norway because of how they work. Because I've had lecturers from Norway and how they work, and they don't take a shit.
I changed my mind.
I don't take anything from anyone else.
Okay,
so change my mind.
You can change your mind.
Can I go with North Korea?
North Korea. Okay.
I never thought I'd say this on the Die Rollin channel, but I think North Korea.
I'm gonna go Norway though. I'm gonna stick with my guns on Norway.
We've got Norway and we've got North Korea. Interesting decision there. So it was China. Jamie, you closest geographically, so we'll give you a point. And this was likely due to the fact that religion was oppressed under Chairman Mao. So there we go.
Okay.
Fourth question. At 1st January 2019, of the oldest 50 people in the world, how many were women? So as at 1st of January 2019, of the oldest 50 people in the world, how many were women? And we'll start this one off.
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to... So out of 50, right? Out of 50, yeah, so I'm going to say 27.
27? Jamie?
Yeah.
I'm going with 32.
Okay. It was 49.
Oh, really? Wow. Really?
Another one for Jamie, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
They say women live longer than men.
Yeah, I was doing a bit higher, and like over the 50 people that were
not high enough.
Yeah,
so you get to answer this question first. When you lose weight, where does the weight actually go? That wasn't a veiled insult, or
so what? So when you lose weight,
where does the weight actually go?
I need to think of the appropriate term. Wee it out.
Okay.
It goes out through your bladder. That's what I'm going with.
You're going with expelling it through the bladder?
Excrete it. Excrete it. So that's so it'll be excreted over time because it's not gone in an instant. So it's through a whole range of things. So through like sweat, urine, whatever, how you want to describe it. Bit of all of that. So I'll just go sweat. Just one. Oh, is it just one? But that's like how it is. It's all of it. It's not...
No, because there's the majority of the fat is in a particular way, according to the answer on this question. There's a particular thing.
Okay, I'll say sweat. If Jamie's going that, I'm going to say sweat. Be different. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Both liquids. Interesting. So it is the majority of fat burned is converted into carbon dioxide and breathed out of your body. Carbon dioxide is heavier than the air you breathe in.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Will on this, just because like sweat can also vaporize.
I'd say just give it to no one. You take a point. Take a point.
No one gets that one.
No, I think Adam should have a point for that.
Cool. Point for me. Right, so we're on to the next card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so according to a poll by YouGov, what percentage of Brits believe that intelligent aliens have visited Earth and that it has been covered up by the government? What percentage of people, of Brits, believe that aliens have arrived and the government...
Now, we as British like to think we're more intelligent, right, than the nation. But I'm going to say this is a lie. On the opposite. So I'm gonna go big or go home. Is it my choice to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna go 60%.
60%. Okay, Will?
I'm going relatively lower on this one, I think. I'm going to say 33%, so a third.
It's actually 17%.
Okay.
So not many people.
No.
So, Will, you're closest, so you'll get a point for that.
Nice.
Okay. On average, Will, you're going to be answering this first. On average, at what age does a child reach half their adult height?
Which age?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 15, because you start growing at that point. It'll still grow a bit from that point. Depends on the person, though. Because it depends on who you're talking about, whether it's talking about males or females, because obviously it's different growth spurts.
Let's go with 15. 15. That's a good
Sure.
answer.
We'll go with that.
I'm going to go 7.
So so locked in. 15 and 7.
Sure. It depends. It depends.
When you were going through that process,
I grew pretty late.
what you went from like that?
Yes, my family has been like that. It's weird.
Yeah.
We're a weird family.
Let me just remind you the question. On average, what age does a child reach half their adult height? So you're saying when you were 15?
No. Okay. Well, it's too late to change now.
No, it's okay because Jamie was able to change his answer earlier on, so I'll let you change it. But
We'll go to 9. We'll go to 9.
9. So Jamie, what age do you say? 7. Okay, cool. It's actually 2 years old. The average child is 3 feet and 1 inch tall by the time of their 3rd birthday, so reaches half their adult height.
2/3.
2 years old.
Yeah, there'll be 2/3.
There you go. So Jamie, you're closest there. Okay. Right, next. Of the 193 countries, which are UN member states, how many has the British Army invaded, fought conflicts in, or controlled? Will?
So how many? So this is including like states and provinces and things like that. Okay.
There's 119 countries included in this.
Okay.
How many have we invaded, fought conflicts in, or we've controlled out of the 193?
I'm going to say 54 of them.
54.
Yeah.
Okay. Jamie?
I'm pretty sure that with our potted history, we're about 192. So let's go.
But all of it.
So Jamie, you're closer. Is 171. Almost 90% of the countries in the world. The British they're fighting against or control. Yeah. Okay. So the next one. On average, how many days per year does it rain in Manchester, UK? How many days per year on average, Jamie?
182.
182. Great number.
I'm going to go a bit higher. I'm going to go about 190. No, 197.
Okay. It was 140. Jamie, you're closest.
Oh, I thought it'd be more because, like, you get all the rain coming from. No.
Okay. So, in total, how many sailors are there in the Mongolian Navy?
How many? What? Can you repeat the question?
In total, how many sailors are there in the Mongolian Navy?
Is this like? Okay.
Guys, Will, I think it's actually.
Yeah, it is. But I'm thinking of like, is it? When are we stating it? Is it current Mongolian? It's
when this game was made.
Okay. Okay, so from current, so not like when he had the Mongols just taking over everything from that stage of life. Let's go. I'm going to go very small and go 5. Why not? Let's see. 5. Only 5. They don't have a lot of sailors. They're landlocked, so they're going with all.
All right, they are landlocked. Jamie,
I'm going to go for 0 because
0.
I just feel like it's a trick question, or if it's not 0, it's like 100,000. But 0 to me seems correct.
Okay. Will you get this? It's actually 7 because Mongolia is a landlocked country, so the Navy has 1 small token.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the second card there. On to our third card. Are you guys enjoying this halfway through the
I like that I've been able to know that Mongolia is a landlocked country, but not know that a small child grows about half the height at around 15. So it's going. I think it's going all right.
Right. Here we go. How many standard size 2.5 litre tins of white paint does it take to paint the exterior of the White House?
How much paint? So how many tins of paint?
You this time, Jamie. How many standard size 2.5 litre tins of white paint does it take to paint the exterior of the White House?
I know that when I painted my kitchen in lockdown, that I used 2.
And it's a similar size.
It's a similar size. So I'm going to go with 20,000.
20,000. It's a lot of paint.
I'm going to go with quite a bit more. I'm going with quite a bit more than that. I think it's going to take a lot to cover that. I'm going to go with...
It isn't. It isn't as big as you think.
Ooh. I'm going to go still... I'm going to still stick with my guns. I'm going to go with 85,000 cans of paint.
Tins?
Tins. Yeah.
Cans.
Sure.
It is 546.
Just 546.
546. That's a lot.
Wow.
Okay. Boom. Okay, here we go. Out of every 100 babies born in Europe, how many are conceived in an IKEA bed? Now, just to clarify, that doesn't mean actually in the store. We're talking about how many beds have
how many
in one of those beds?
How many?
Out of 100 babies.
Okay, 100. Okay.
So you can start some.
Yeah. Go on, Will.
Let's. Okay, so out of 100, right? Yeah. Let's say.
Will, question.
3. Yeah.
Question. Before you answer, do you have an IKEA bed?
No, I do not have an IKEA bed.
It's your mum's futon, right?
Adam, do you have an IKEA bed?
No.
Right, and I know I don't. Cool, right.
Okay, so Will, is your answer 3?
Well, that's I was thinking it because of actually being. This is just stupid. Like at the actual store, that's why I don't know why that came into my head. It's just at the actual store, which is why I said 3. I'm gonna say, let's say 13. 13.
Okay, Jamie.
I'm gonna pinch Will's answer, and I'm gonna say 10.
10. Jamie, you're spot on the money. It is 10. Well
done. Well done.
Okay.
IKEA are massive in Europe, really huge. But there's only just one popped up in Portugal recently. So, but North Europe, really busy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
there you go. Little fact.
A little tidbit there from Jamie.
Totally wrong.
Okay, here we go. What is the minimum number of countries you would need to pass through if you wanted to travel from North Korea to Norway? So what is the minimum number of countries you would need to pass through if you wanted to travel from North Korea to Norway?
8.
8? Okay. Will?
I don't think you need to go through huge amount. I think you can get through 2 to get there. I don't think it needs to be 8. I think it's 2. Because you can...
Okay. So Will says 2. Jamie says 8. It's actually 1 because Russia borders both countries.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, because you can literally just take Russia across. And I was thinking, is there something else?
Look at a map of the world in front of him, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have that. I've got that printed behind my desk. I can just look at
when
that.
someone gets something and turns it into little scribbles. That's what he's done. He's got
Yeah.
That's why he was thinking the people conceived in the IKEA. IKEA stores. He got confused with the look up there. I think.
That's it. He's got behind the camera behind screens.
Yeah. This isn't actually me. This is just a projection of me, and I'm just relaying answers through.
Now you go too far. You've gone too far.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Brutal.
So, in which year was the last person executed by guillotine in France, or guillotine, depending how you want to pronounce that? Jamie, you're going to start us off, or did you start?
In what year?
No. Yeah. In which year was the last person executed by guillotine in France?
I'm going to get myself into trouble, but I think they're pretty savage as a nation anyway, so I'm going to go with 1992.
92. Okay.
I think it was actually relatively in this. I think I'm going to go with 2004. They got rid of it. They did have it quite late. They still used it up to that point, I believe.
So you think the
I think there was something. Yes, there was a case of it. There was a thing for 2004. I think that I read in the news that occurred. I can't remember. I believe it was that. Otherwise, I must be reading it wrong. It might be just another execution.
Being rude
penalty. I might be. Yeah.
You just gone
yeah. Yes, I have.
Okay, so it was 1977.
Okay, way off. Okay, that was probably something completely different then, but there was something that got removed at that point by the French in 2004. Might have just been the execution penalty.
I do love the French, and anyone who is
yes, yeah.
I apologise in advance or after the fact.
Okay, so we're moving swiftly on.
Yeah.
What percentage does shoplifting in grocery stores increase/decrease when self-service checkouts are introduced? So what percentage did shoplifting in grocery stores increase or decrease when self-service checkouts were introduced?
I'm going to say, I'm going to be surprising. I think it would actually, I think it decreases a bit to about 15%.
So you're going to say it decreases by 15%?
Yeah.
Okay. Jamie?
Well, recently on the news, there was the whole thing about people like accidentally not scanning stuff. And I've had it myself, actually, in the local Asda, where I've scanned things and I've got home and I've looked and gone, oh, that...
I didn't scan that TV. Oh.
I actually went back and the woman said, oh, you could have got away with that. Well, I'm quite an honest person. Yeah. So I'm going to go with 25% increase.
Okay. So, might shock you to know, guys, that on average, it increases by 122%. This cost is more than outweighed by the saving in staff costs. It's probably the staff they've laid off who are coming and stealing stuff because they can't go to job anymore.
True.
So, Jamie, you get another point there because you were closest. And we're on to the last card. Oh. Well, there's probably no chance you can catch up, Jamie.
Okay, unless we make it like a bonus point and I get like how many points it is to catch up, right?
Okay, here we go. 5 questions. What is the fastest ever 100-meter time recorded by someone aged over 100 years old? So what's the fastest ever 100 meters time recorded by someone aged over 100 years old? It's in seconds.
Okay.
I'm going to go with 12 seconds.
12 seconds. Okay.
A little bit slow. I'm going to go 13 seconds.
It's 12.5. No, it's not really. It's 26.99 seconds. Set by Donald Pellman. He also holds Masters Athletics world records in the long jump, high jump, discus, shot put, and javelin. So, Will, you're closest with 13 there.
Yeah. Is that giving me the bonus points to win?
Set by Donald Pellman. Sure. I'm very impressed. Yeah. Okay, so how many liters of vodka does the average Russian drink per year?
Way too much because it's no. It's so the amount of liters, right, per year. Let's go. So let's go. Let's say 300 liters per year.
The average per. Okay, 300 liters per year.
Yeah.
Okay. Jamie?
So it's a year, this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are 365 days in a year, which that's the absolute minimum of 365.
Mm-hmm.
So just for a law of averages, just in case I am wrong, I'm going to go 366. But I actually think the answer is probably closer to 500. But I'm going to go with 366.
366. What do you say, Will?
300.
Okay, it's 14 liters.
14.
You guys are thinking they're drinking at least a liter a day, Jamie. Like,
that's quite a bit.
okay.
Well, come on, you stereotypes, people.
So far we found out you guys know not much about Russia or France. So let's see if you know about Britain. In which year was the last person in Britain convicted of witchcraft?
Ooh, who's going first?
You will.
Me. Let's go with.
Oh, it's me, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
All right. Okay. I'm going to go with 1798.
1798. Okay.
I'm going to go with. Let's go with the 1802. So the year 1802.
Good year.
Yeah.
It was actually 1966. Well, you closest.
Ah.
Okay. Oh, it's getting close now, guys.
Oh.
Okay. Do you know what? It wasn't 1966. I read the wrong answer. So I'm giving the answer to the next question.
Is this when England won the World?
So that was around a World Cup question, you're right. So instead, what I'm going to do, if we forget the witchcraft question, I'm going to draw out 3 more questions. So I haven't totally ruined this. So apologies, guys. It was 1944. So actually, we can still have that, right?
Yeah.
1944. So
we're still closer.
Okay. And we'll just have the bottom 2 questions of this one.
Yeah.
Great. This will be really easy for you guys because it's a true or false.
Oh, nice.
Who wants to answer first?
So do we just choose true or false first, and then you read it out, and then we just guess it?
Who wants to choose first? I'll let Will choose first because he's trilling.
Let's go false. I'm going false straight off the bat.
Question. So, true or false?
Yeah.
In Canada, the most popular item on the McDonald's menu is the McPancakes and maple syrup.
I'm still going false.
Jamie, would you have agreed with the false, or have we gone for a true?
I probably would have agreed with the false, actually.
Okay. Well, in the nature of this game, you have to choose opposite to him, and he chose first, and it was false. So
yeah, nice. I foresaw the future. I called it before it was even set out, so it's.
Okay, so currently, unless I've got the scores totally wrong, which I might have done, we're both actually at 8 points each.
Ooh.
Not really, because I got the last one right. So technically,
no, sorry, you're both at 9 points. So this is actually the tiebreaker because there's one which we both got terribly wrong. So it's going to be it, guys. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're going to go for. Do you want an American question or a British question?
Jamie, American. Oh, okay.
Jamie, what do you want, USA or UK?
As much as people think I'm probably a massive fan of USA, I'm going to go for British because obviously that's where we reside, and I'm patriotic, unlike Will.
Yeah. Okay. And Will, because there's 2 British questions on here, I just want to check with you. Would you like a sporting question, or would you like a drinking question?
Let's go with sporting question.
Sports it is. Okay. So, what is the record for the most aces by a single player in a match at Wimbledon?
Okay.
Because Wimbledon is in England, that's why.
Yeah. So it's in one game, right? So this is in one, full game? Yeah. Okay.
What's the record for the most aces by a single player in a match at Wimbledon?
Full match, okay. Let's go 68 aces. It's just ace after ace.
Okay, Jamie?
I'm going to go 69.
Careful. So, it was 113.
Oh, no. No.
I'll read off the facts here. So, it was 113 achieved by John Isner in his 2010 match against Nicholas Mahut. The match ended 4-3-6, 6-7, 7-6, 70-68, and holds the record for the longest ever Wimbledon match.
I remember that on the news, actually. I remember it went over, didn't it? It went over to another day because it was still going.
That's crazy stuff. So that was Shot in the Dark, guys. Well done, Jamie, for beating Will.
I'm going to take my lucky hat off now, you know.
So. Oh, that's what did it.
Yeah. Lucky hat.
So,
I should have brought mine.
What did you guys think to Shot in the Dark? Jamie?
Yeah, do you know what? I don't really like quizzes. And when you said to me, oh, let's do a quiz, I was like, but what I really liked about that is it was so tidbit style questions that you had to have a little think about it, but there was no, unless if you were lucky enough to know, then that's great. But a lot of the time it was a good guess or a good think, or thinking about the logic of it. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I worry about the playability of it. I don't know how many questions are in a pack.
So if you think there is 5 cards on each, 5 questions each card, there is a ton of cards in here. And I kind of think you're right. Like when you have a trivia game, you kind of live and die by the replayability of that. But I think 5 questions each of these, and you've got like at least 80 cards here.
Well, the way I see it, because that lasts about 15, 20 minutes. So if I had friends over and we were playing that, I think we'd probably have 3 or 4 games of that. And I'd probably play with a few different types of people. So I think you could get through those questions if we only were playing it, but you were playing lots of different groups of people. I think you could get through those questions quite quickly. That said, if you remember the answers to all of those questions, that's a totally different thing. But yeah, I really liked it. I think if that was the only thing that I would look forward to some expansions around that as well. I think you could do some really good theming in that. So yeah.
But you will.
You know, I really enjoyed it. Doing quizzes, most of the quizzes that I ended up doing, you have to have the bang on answer, very precise, and get it right. Whereas this is like the back and forth, who's closest to the result, and everyone can sort of chip in and contribute. So rather than have to be bang on the answer, though we can get that, it means that you can have that various groups of people come and play a quiz with. So those that aren't probably great at quizzes will probably find this really fun and enjoyable, and might get them into the quizzing scene if they enjoy it and get better at it. It's a way to introduce people, I suppose, into that sort of type of game.
Yeah.
But
from my side, I think it's a really fun game. It's definitely like when you do quizzes or pub quizzes and stuff. You can, if you're playing with some friends, you've got one guy who's really good at quizzes. You can kind of be a bit nervous about going to a quiz with a guy because well, there's no point playing against this guy because he's always going to beat me. Like if I was ever to play a game of Trivial Pursuit with my dad, I'd quit before it began because you couldn't win against that guy. But like this game, I could play that with him and not have to worry about it because I would literally just be guessing. Apart from Will, who's got some good geography knowledge there.
Just a little bit.
But overall, I think that's they were trying to make a game which levels the kind of the quiz kind of knowledge around there, and they definitely achieved that with this.
Do you know what it? I know you're not a massive fan of Cards Against Humanity, but one of the things that's quite nice about it was it opened up a sort of a world of gaming to people because it sort of did something a bit different, and this game reminds me a little bit of that. It's taken that trivia and made it something a bit different. And actually, I didn't really mind if I was winning or losing. I just was enjoying playing and having a good guess and learning something along the way. So.
And laughing at everyone's answers along the way as well.
So and the Russian vodka question will always haunt me.
For me, it's the Russian vodka question and the guillotine question.
Yes.
The 2004.
Guillotine. Oh, everyone knows about that.
Okay, well, we have been Die Rollin. Thank you so much for watching our impromptu quiz show here. If you guys like this, we could do more of these kind of things. Jamie, do you want to do the spiel of all the other stuff that we have to reel off?
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get some proper face-to-face gaming in if the weather permits. Anyway, we are Die Rollin. Please make sure that you catch us on all our social media, including Twitter, occasionally, Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. Please make sure you click like and subscribe, and leave us a comment down below of anything that you have enjoyed, not enjoyed, and apologies for anyone that we've offended in this game.